Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I make Plan With Me videos. I try to post them up every Sunday and I do a little bit of a discussion here and there. So today's discussion is going to be copyright claims on the big Y. So copyright claims are not copyright strike. Oh, by the way, this is completely inspired by the last week's video that I put up. When I put up the last week's video, I actually noticed that in my video log, I had about 8 to 9 videos that were copyright claimed. And so it sparked this whole idea of me actually creating a topic about this, because actually I couldn't find that many people discussing about it, even though a YouTuber of like 5.5 million subscribers ran into this issue and I didn't see it until I went on Twitter. Anyways, so let's talk about copyright claims. They are not the same thing as copyright strikes. So copyright strike is when people actually hit your YouTube channel with a hey, take down this video, and YouTube puts a red flag on your account, and if you get 3 of them, they can shut your YouTube down. Copyright claims, however, are just more of if you use a certain clip or a certain sound, the owner of the video or the sound can put a claim on it, meaning the entire video, its monetization, any kind of ad revenue generated goes to them. And on top of all of this, they can actually add little pop-up ads and or ads in the description without the YouTuber's consent. And so the reason why I wanted to bring this out was because I noticed in a couple of my 2019 video, they added this copyright claim on something that was supposed to be under the Creative Commons license called the CC 3.0 or CC 4.0. And I wanted to touch on this topic, or talk about this topic, kind of like a rant, but also try to be informative in the sense that the music that I used was 100% in the YouTube library. And actually, the YouTuber that I mentioned, the 5.5 million subscriber YouTuber, also noticed this, is that we used music in the YouTube library. However, we still had our video copyright claimed a couple of months ago. And what that means is that any money that is generated from that video doesn't go to us. By the way, I don't have my channel monetized, which means I don't make any money from any of these videos. I don't meet that criteria, so as a result, I don't think there are any ads on my videos, but let me know. So what I wanted to touch on is that the music and the sounds in the YouTube library and anything that you find on the internet with the Creative Commons license 3.0 or 4.0, it is up for fair use. You can use it and redistribute it inside of your own work. The only caveat, and I'll link all the information down in the description, is that you do have to have attributions. You have to list that, hey, the song is by this person. You can check out their information here. You have to give credit where it's due, which is pretty simple, and I've done that in all of my previous videos. However, I still received the copyright claims on all of them, and what it seemed like was that the original artist has decided to take it down from the YouTube library and take it down from his personal website. You can find the history of this through a lot of discussion threads. I actually dug up a lot of discussion thread, and they also dug up the Wayback Machine. If you don't know what that is, it's a handy little tool on the internet that basically allows you to capture a point of time of a website. It only works if you've done it in the past. It doesn't work if you go to a website now and ask for that exact page on that exact date if you didn't store it previously. But that's a little bit of a sidetracked note there. Anyways, that is proof that the song was originally under the CC license 3.0 or 4.0. The only difference between 4.0 and 3.0 is that 3.0 is a domestic license, so only people in that country can use it, and 4.0 means it's an international license and anybody from all around the world can use it as long as you give the correct attributions. So this artist listed this and posted this both on his website, on SoundCloud, and also on YouTube, and he gave everybody free rights to use it, to say, hey, my music is always free, it is under this Creative Commons license, use it, use your video, just give me credit where it's due. And you know what, everybody started using it because it was a good song. However, recently, in the past year or so, he has decided that he was going to take it down, and as he took it down, he had another company go in and kind of do these copyright claims on older videos. Now, this is actually not legal. If the song was under the Creative Commons license at the time the video was uploaded, it is valid. Of course, he can retract this license at any time. And when he does, any video that is used in the future after he retracted this license is no longer protected under the Creative Commons license, and he can copyright claim those videos without any issues. So the problem here is that the artist who originally distributed this music went ahead and copyright claimed all the videos that were using it prior to him retracting the license. And this is a potential way that musicians or creators can actually make money without actually having to do it, and I think it's kind of shady. I also think it's kind of shady that there's not a lot of discussion around it, and he went ahead and deleted all of his posts, his Patreon, even deleting his SoundCloud. I think he actually received a lot of backlash for this. So if you do end up receiving a copyright claim, definitely make sure that at the time you are using it, that it was under a Creative Commons license, or you have some form of a license for that specific music. And if it was and you received this, make sure to actually contest it. They put ads on your video, they put links in your description, and honestly it was really frustrating dealing with it. I did manage to get it resolved pretty quickly. All you have to do is kind of refute the claim, make the statement that says, at the time I used this video and at the time this video was uploaded, this specific soundtrack was under the Creative Commons license 3.0 or 4.0, whichever one that it was under, and therefore it is actually allowed to be used without monetization or without any copyright claims in this instance. And just make sure to keep track and check up on all of your licenses. Make sure that the songs that you are using is still under the Creative Commons license. I actually do this pretty often. That's how I knew that those songs were kind of copyright claimed incorrectly. If you guys notice, I actually switched songs around 2019, early 2019, because I realized he took down his licensing. And now I actually use thematics, kind of like an advertisement, but I don't really work for them. It's just what I use currently, and I really like thematic. I think Michelle Phan, a really OG YouTuber, created thematics for this specific reason, because I think she was hit by a lot of copyright strikes and a lot of copyright claims, and they went after her for a whole lot of money. So the whole idea of thematics is that it's an entire library of songs under the Creative Commons license under the Creative Commons license, and are free to use as long as you credit the authors. And it's great, it's amazing, I love it. This is one of the soundtracks I'm currently using, and you can always find the credits in the description down below. It's a free service, it's awesome. They tell you if a license is about to expire 30 days prior to that, so you know to look and pick for a new song. So I personally don't have to double check every single time I upload a video, which is great. It saves me a lot of time. Anyways, that concludes what I would like to think was an informative rant or discussion. I was kind of really peeved when I received the copyright claims, and I was like, I'm gonna do an entire conversation around this because I really think that other YouTubers should know, especially in our planning community. I couldn't find any videos that really talked about it, so here it is. If you happen to stumble upon this video, I hope you really enjoyed or was useful for you in kind of understanding what happened. And let me know if you guys ever been copyright claimed, especially if you knew what you were using was 100% legal and you were supposed to be able to use it, and yet they still claim your video and take any ad revenue or AdSense from you. I think that's completely bogus, and you should definitely fight it, in my opinion. And that wraps it up pretty much. This is kind of like the Pride Week kit that I decided to use for the last week of June. It is super gorgeous. It's actually a printable. I'll have the links down in the description. I love the colors, and do you guys notice that I actually used foil for the first time in a really long time? I saw GatheredPlans video a couple of days ago, and her videos and her filming and just everything about her planning style is so on point and so sleek. I love it. I try to mimic it by just adding a little bit of foil here and there. I don't know how she does it. It looks absolutely gorgeous whenever she does it, but it kind of just looks like a hot mess when I do it, but I'm gonna keep trying. I really only have two foil colors. I have gold and silver. I'm gonna link her channel down in the description. I absolutely think you should check her out. She is amazing. Also, did anybody notice how many times I messed up making things or aligning things straight, and then when I peeled off the sticker, the paper comes off with it, and then you can't really notice on screen, but when you actually have the paper in person, there's just a lot of holes in it in the back, and I'm just like, oh god. So what I think I need to invest in is Undo, which is pretty popular in the planning community to peel off the stickers. I think I really need this now, especially since my paper is a lot thinner than the original planner that I was planning in. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Bye!